Alright everybody, so we're gonna make lentil soup today. It's a million ways to make it, but I'm gonna do it my way because you asked me, or maybe you didn't ask me, I don't know. But anyway, here we go. Got in this pan, I got my oil, a little bit of olive oil, getting nice and hot. I'm gonna add 2 scoops of this crushed garlic. 1, 2. Bring that up to start sizzling. Stir it up. Now over here, I have some chopped onion going in. Chopped celery. Get that in there too. Turn the heat up. Let this cook. Stir it up for about 5 minutes. Get those onions to, clarify a little bit. Become almost translucent. And once that's done, we'll get to the next step in a few minutes. Okay, and we're back. So we've got the onion, celery, and garlic. It's been cooking for about 5 minutes. Starting to get where I want it. So the next step is going to be to take this beef broth. You can take the time to make your own, or you can just use the store-bought. I think the store-bought's fine. So in it goes. Little trick with these boxes, they take time to pour out. So if you just stab them, that'll vent it and make it come out a little bit quicker. There's one. And there's 2. Alright, so we got that in there. We'll bring it up to a boil. It should take us another 5 minutes or so to get that boiling, and once it does, then we'll go on to the next step. There's Sammy, by the way. Say hi. All right, buddy. We'll be back. All right, we're back. We got the broth with the onions, celery, and garlic. We got that up to a nice boil, right where we want it. So the next step is going to be to throw in our bag of lentils. So let's get those in there. Keep that boiling. Then I add some Italian seasoning. How much? I don't know. This much. It's pretty good. A little garlic salt. Some onion powder. Stir that all together. Then I throw in my chopped carrots. Get those going. Now we're going to let this all boil for about 45 minutes or so and let everything get soft, come together, and then we'll come back. Look at these two. What do you guys want? Not for you. Anyway, delete everything in the house if I let them. So we're going to let this boil, come back in about 45 minutes, and we'll throw in the next ingredients, which is going to be a little bit of kale. You can use anything from like escarole to spinach or Swiss chard. I'm using kale because it's what I have. And then I'm gonna put in some orzo pasta. Again, you can use any kind of small pasta. You can use ditalini or stars or alphabets, whatever you want. Or you don't have to use any pasta at all if you're trying to wash the carbs and whatnot. I'm putting it in because, as you can tell, I don't care about carbs. Alright, we'll be back. Alright, and we're back. We've had this boiling for about 45 minutes. You can see that everything's starting to thicken up. It's really coming to life here. So what we're going to do next is we're going to open our bag of kale. And we're going to put in, I don't know, 2 handfuls of it, just to give this some, some greens, make it a little healthy. So we're going to let that boil down. Give that about 20 minutes or so. Stir it in first. I'm actually going to use a little bit more. Get that all down there in the liquid. Get it nice and bright green when it starts to cook. Stir it up. This is a thick soup, so sometimes I add a little bit more water just to thin it out a little bit, because the lentils will absorb a lot of the water, and so will the pasta. So I'm probably going to put a little more water in now just to help to thicken that, to thin that out. Yeah, it's good. Alright, we're back for the last step, and I'll show you how we wrap this up. See you soon. Alright, so we're back, and you may notice I separated the soup into 2 different pans, because as the soup was cooking, I told a friend of mine that I was making it, and he does not want the pasta in his because he's actually on a low carb diet. So I'm going to give him a batch of the soup without the pasta, and I'm going to put the pasta in mine. So there we go. We got it all back up to a boil. We got the kale nice and soft. Then I'm going to pour in about a half a box of this orzo. And that should get us a nice, thick, rich, hearty soup. And stir it up. Gonna let this cook for another 20 minutes, and then I will show you the finished product. Okay, so we're back. This pasta has been cooking for about another 15 minutes. It's nice and al dente. Well, I wouldn't call it al dente. It's soft and ready to go. So I'm just going to pour out a bowl of this, show you what the finished product looks like. And this is really a healthy, nutritious, and most importantly, delicious bowl of soup. There it is. I hope you enjoy. Until next time, take care.